Yo, before the video starts, I want to let you guys know I do currently have my logo t-shirts up for sale in a couple different colors. They're only going to be available for a short time, so make sure you snag one while you can, if you want one, that is. What is going on, guys, and welcome back to another Pokemon Wi-Fi battle. Today I have another underused match. This one is against Macho from Twitter, and I decided to throw together a pretty interesting team here. I brought a little bit of a different Hydreigon. This thing is defensive, and I kind of wanted to see how it was going to work. My buddy Chad told me it would make some shit happen, so let's see how that works. Other than that, I brought back Crawdonts and, some other things like Mega Sceptile and Registeel. Over on my opponent's side, I'm kind of afraid of the Mega Beedrill. That thing could cause some problems, but other than that, let's go ahead and hop into the battle here. So, I expect him to probably want to lead off with the Beedrill as he does, and I lead off with Steelio Girl, the Registeel. So, I'm expecting him probably just to Mega Evolve, U-turn the hell out of here, and that allows me to get a chance to get my free Stealth Rock. So, he's going to get super pointy and nice and scary, as he's just going to go ahead and U-turn the hell out of here as I expected. Even if he did have Drill Run, it wasn't going to be able to do a whole lot to Registeel anyway, even though I am especially defensive rather than physical. So he goes ahead and switches the hell out of here, and he goes into his Frostlass. And this thing is kind of weird. I don't see Frostlass a whole lot, but I kind of, after getting my Stealth Rocks up, I'm expecting this thing to probably just want to set up some spikes of its own or something like that. So I figure this would be a good opportunity for me to get a better matchup here. So I'm going to switch in Darmanitan. I expect him to set up spikes, so I figured it'd be a free switch in, as he actually just goes straight for a Shadow Ball, which was interesting because I really honestly did not know why he would go for that. But here I predict him to switch out. Obviously Flare Blitz knocks this thing out in one hit, so I went for the U-turn, expecting a switch into literally anything else, but he stays in, and I was like, well, shit. Prediction failed there. So here I'm going to switch into Crawdont. I know that a priority Aqua Jet will be able to take this thing out after I take a little bit from the Shadow Ball. So I predict the switch and go for a Waterfall, but he actually just stays in and goes straight for a Thunderbolt. I had two opportunities to kill this fucking weird, like, floating ghost ice thingy, but it wasn't happening. So I made a terrible prediction there, and my Crawdont decided to bite the dust. So here I figured this guy's not making any damn predictions, so now I'm just gonna go straight for a Flare Blitz. I don't want to risk anything else, so I decided to play it safe, but he knows that, and he just goes into his freaking Hydreigon. So Flare Blitz does still do a lot of damage, although I kind of want to preserve my Darmanitan because I figured it would be a good answer to a lot of his stuff later on. So I don't want to take any more damage. I'm just going to switch directly into Registeel here, as he just goes for the Earth Power. And since I'm especially defensive, I'm able to eat that up really nicely. And after the leftovers, Registeel's like, I didn't even feel a damn thing. Maybe got a little scratch on my body, but I'm made out of fucking metal. So yeah, so that dragon doesn't want to get his girl stolen by Registeel, so he goes ahead and switches out into Bob and Dave here. So I decided to go for the Thunder Wave. I was kind of just wanting to land that on anything, but a Thunder Wave on this guy is pretty nice. This freaking Doublade could be a problem to my team, but after it's paralyzed, I'm feeling pretty confident here. Honestly, Registeel does not have anything to hit this with, though, so I do have to switch out here, and I decided to go into Toothless, who is my defensive Hydreigon. So he's actually going to set up a Swords Dance, just some swords playing with swords over here, fucking Swordception, and I'm still a little bit afraid here. I go for the Dark Pulse, and since I don't have much special attack investment, a critical hit isn't even able to take that thing out, but luckily for me, he actually gets paralyzed there, which was huge. Very large paralyze there, which is really nice for me, as now he's just gonna switch out into his own Toothless. It's just fucking, we got 6 Dragon Heads on the freaking field right now, and unfortunately, I collect Dark Pulse again rather than Dragon Pulse. This thing just has all the pulses. Honestly, this Hydreigon is meant to Thunder Wave things, and then be able to roost my health back, and then get like Dark Pulse flinches, I don't know. But yeah, so he's just going to go for a Draco Meteor. I figured that would be what he wants to do, considering he's in against a Hydreigon. I'm able to get a switch into Registeel again, and after the special attack drop, this thing is not going to be, really able to do any damage to me whatsoever, and then I can finish this thing off, as he doesn't really want to switch out here. He's just going to go ahead and leave his Hydreigon for dead. He goes for one more Draco Meteor. I guess this thing may have been Choice Scarfed. It doesn't look like Specs damage, but honestly, I'm not sure. So, one more Seismic Toss is going to be able to take out the Renegade. So down goes a pretty large threat on his side, and I'm pretty stoked about that. Registeel's looking still pretty damn healthy over here. Eating his leftovers brings him up above half, so I'm seeing what he wants to bring in, and it turns out to be the Slurpuff. So he brings out Diabetes, the freaking Slurpuff, and really his only option here if you wanted to set up a sweep is to go for the Belly Drum. That's really all you see these things do. They Belly Drum, then they open up their damn freaking berry, and it brings him back to a decent amount of health. I decided I could have gone for the Iron Head, but I figured it probably wouldn't kill, and then I don't want to be knocked out by a Drain Punch. So I decided to go for the Thunder Wave. Even if he is able to take out Registeel, I'm honestly fine with that because of the fact that this thing is now super slow, and I'll be able to outspeed it, at least with my Azelf. So now I go for the Iron Head, and I'm hoping for the flinch, and check it out, I do get the flinch. Look at Registeel just para-flinching bitches like it's his job. So that's pretty unfortunate for him. He's gotten an unlucky para and an unlucky flinch at this point, but one more Iron Head is able to take out the Slurpuff, and yeah, down goes that thing. Those things are annoying because it's terrible to lose to those damn things. It's really easy to set up late game sweeps with those guys, and it's just really disheartening to lose to a fucking cupcake. But yeah, so now he's going to bring out his Frostlass, and he just goes directly for the Destiny Bond. I almost switched out, but I kind of just wanted to play it safe here, as I'm just going to go for an Iron Head, and that is going to take out the both of us because of the damn Destiny Bond. So down goes the freaking Frostlass, and unfortunately down goes Registeel, and that is actually really scary for me because the Beedrill is still a problem, and Registeel would have been really useful. Not to mention, Registeel would have been useful against this Florges too, so that losing that thing to a Destiny Bond was a misplay on my end. But I'm now going to go into Shofu here, who's able to land a Flare Blitz on the Florges. Obviously, these things do not have the best physical defense, but he's still able to live a Flare Blitz with red HP, and then he can fire back a Moonblast at my freaking face, and that is going to be a dead Darmanitan, which again is not good because that was another answer to that freaking Beedrill. So it's looking like it might have to be Hydreigon against the Beedrill. But here I'm going to bring in Azelf. I know that Mega Beedrill is faster than Azelf, so I don't want to fuck around here, but I'm just going to switch in this thing against the Florges because obviously I can take it out really easily with a Psychic and see what he wants to bring in here. As he brings back out Bob and Dave, I was guessing because he wanted to land a Shadow Sneak on me, so I don't want to get prioritied, if that's even a term. But I'm just going to switch into Christmas here, which is my Mega Sceptile, who hasn't seen the damn battlefield yet. But he is able to land a nice little Shadow Sneak on me. It's not obviously not enough for a 2-hit KO, as I'm able to Mega Evolve. And the interesting thing about Mega Sceptile is that it actually speed ties with Mega Beedrill. So knowing that he does still have the Mega Beedrill left, I figured I can roll the dice. Hopefully I can win the freaking speed tie against the Beedrill, and it's all pretty much going to come down to that. So I'm able to go for a Hidden Power Fire, which is going to take out the swords. And now it is the moment of truth. He brings out the Beedrill, and I was like, holy shit, we are speed tied. It literally is a 50% chance that I'm going to be faster. But he actually outspeeds me, so he gets lucky there. He's able to take out Christmas the Sceptile, and at this point, all I can really do is go into my Toothless. I'm still at full health, and I'm max defense, so he's able to go for a U-turn, and check this out, guys. Hydreigon is able to eat that U-turn up amazingly, and that allows me to go for a Thunder Wave. I figured I would go for the Thunder Wave just to play it safe in case I didn't have enough special attack to be able to take this thing out. Honestly, being able to live a U-turn from a Mega Beedrill with the Hydreigon is unheard of, and this actually won the game for me. So, a Dragon Pulse isn't going to be able to knock out the Beedrill, unfortunately for me, but I do still have Azelf in the back of my team, who luckily, since this thing is paralyzed, will be able to outspeed the Beedrill. So, down goes Hydreigon. If that thing was not defensive, I would have lost this match, and I'm honestly so excited. The first match I brought defensive Hydreigon to, it came in clutch. So Azelf is able to come in and clean up the Beedrill, and that is going to be the end of the match there. So that was a damn interesting one. Defensive Hydreigon came in clutch, and I thought that was a pretty interesting battle. Make sure to hit that like button if you enjoyed, and I will see you guys later. Peace out.